Hi guys, this is my Night of Champions review, 2008. First of all, I'll say I enjoyed this pay-per-view. I thought it was somewhere between average and good, but I enjoyed it because I enjoyed I like the concept of having old title matches. For the thing, anyway, let's get right into this. We started off the night with John Morrison and Miz defending the WWE Tag Team Championships against Finlay and Hornswoggle. This was a good opener. I'd pretty much seen this match, just a longer version of it, at the Friday the 13th house show in Melbourne, where they did pretty much similar spots. Just it was a lot longer of a match, and this one was just a shortened version. And they did similar comedy spots where John Morrison and The Miz walked around on their hands and knees, pretended to be a midget and all that. But yeah, I enjoyed this match. It was a good opener and a good comedy match. 2.5 stars. Next we had Matt Hardy defending the WWE United States Championship against Chavo Guerrero. I never really liked Chavo Guerrero, and I don't enjoy his matches. I do enjoy Matt Hardy's matches, and I thought this match, I was a bit, when I heard it was going to be Chavo Guerrero versus Matt Hardy, I wasn't really sure about it. But it turned out it surprised me. I enjoyed it quite a bit. They had good psychology where Chavo worked over the knee. Bam nearly did one thing and sort of stood there looking confused for the rest of I showed him on camera once doing that, and it was just what a waste. And he kicked Matt Hardy like once, but Chavo worked over the knee. Matt Hardy made the comeback, got the win. Chavo working over the knee really didn't get much heat behind him because he's pretty bland. So 2.5 stars for that. It was still enjoyable, despite Chavo Guerrero being pretty boring. Next we had the ECW triple threat for the ECW Championship. Kane as champion defending against Mark Henry and the Big Show. This match was what you'd expect from these three big guys. Nothing terribly revolutionary. Just a triple threat match. It was kind of like the triple threat match at WrestleMania. I think it was 20. Benoit and Triple H and Michaels, just in slow motion, and Mark Henry got the pin, which wasn't. It was. I thought they would at least try to do a swerve or something like they did in the two big title matches, but they didn't. So yeah, what do you do? 1 3/4, bit boring, but bearable. Next we had Ted DiBiase and his mystery partner versus Cody Rhodes and Hardcore Holly for the World Tag Team Championships. What happened was Ted DiBiase's partner wasn't there, and so you had it was going to be a handicap match, and he wanted to start off against Hardcore Holly. Cody Rhodes turned him around, DDT'd him, got the pin. This wasn't really a match; it was more just an angle. And Ted DiBiase announced that his mystery partner was Cody Rhodes, and they're the new tag team champions. So I'm a bit unsure of if Cody is Cody Rhodes a 2-time tag team champion, or is he still tag team champion? He pretty much jobbed to himself. But yeah, it was an interesting match. It was an interesting thing. I sort of kind of saw it coming, but whatever. So NA not applicable for rating. Next we had Chris Jericho defending the WWE Intercontinental partner against the mystery opponent. The mystery opponent was Kofi Kingston. I believe it's the first time matchup for them, and I really enjoyed this match. I thought it was Kofi got a good reaction from the crowd. Chris Jericho got a lot of heat because he'd done the promo in the ring beforehand, and this match was short, but it was very exciting, and it was pretty predictable because you had I knew Shawn Michaels was getting involved somehow, and he came out, and Chris Jericho knocked him off the apron, and Kofi got the win. But this was a very exciting match. You saw all of Kofi's spots, which the crowd really reacted really well to, and Chris Jericho got a lot of heat on himself in the match, but still looked like he was going to win. So stays over, to stay over on that. 3.5 stars. Damn, I'm getting boring. I'm boring myself. I'm sorry, all these people watching. I'm wasting your time. Next we had the WWE Women's Championship match, which was Mickie James versus Kaylee Burchill. This was a pretty good match. It was a good Divas match. You had Kaylee Burchill working over Mickie James' arm, getting the heat on her. And everyone, and Mickie James, really overselling that, but still, did its job and got the crowd behind Mickie. I mean, they weren't quiet for the match, but they weren't terribly loud. That was still enough of a reaction to sort of keep you a bit interested in the match. And Mickie James ended up doing making the comeback and hitting the DDT, retaining the title. 2.5 stars for this, which is pretty good considering I gave 2 matches which were longer and had men in it, the same rating. And next we had Edge defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Batista. This was good. We've seen this type of match before happen on SmackDown, and Edge doing his thing where he's a slimy heel and he's doing anything to, he's doing his thing to sort of cheat his way out of having to defend the title. And Batista, every time he'd get the upper hand for a minute, Edge would do something sneaky and get the upper hand again, which is usually what happens. And then we had, what was it? Basically, hello, and we had a ref bump, and then Chavo came in, Vicky Guerrero came down, there was a ref bump, blah 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 blah. You kind of understand what was going on because Chavo came down and to nothing, a nothing reaction. So whatever. Not a nothing reaction. They just didn't react to him at all. They already had the match. The crowd was already loud, but Chavo really didn't do anything for it. But whatever. I enjoyed the match still. So 3 3/4 stars. And next for the main event, we had Triple H versus John Cena for the WWE Championship. This match I really enjoyed because you had a face versus face match, and you had John Cena take on the subtle heel roll when Triple H injured his knee, and John Cena started working over the knee, getting the crowd to boo him because they already wanted to boo him, so they ended up doing it anyway. And Triple H did his thing, and they did the ooh ah punching, and that finishing sequence was pretty good. A couple moments in the match, it just seemed Triple H wasn't really there. Seemed a bit unmotivated for a couple bits, but picked it up at the end. Ended up retaining the title. I thought you could have done a bit more in the finish, because eventually one of the world titles is going to have to go to Raw. Somehow I thought you should have done it at the pay-per-view at least, or hopefully they'll do something next pay-per-view. But I enjoyed it. One criticism of the pay-per-view: if you have a look at the ECW title, it has, or at the pay-per-view, the ECW title was just the cruiserweight title. They just put ECW on it. I found that pretty funny because they're barely even shaped the same. I don't know what they were thinking, but whatever. Thanks for watching. I give the pay-per-view 7 out of 10. I'm done. I'm off to play Super Smash Brothers a bit more. Thanks. Bye.